Towards the civil disobedience movement. This is chapter 2, Rise of Nationalism in India. And in this chapter, on February 1922, Mahatma Gandhi decided to withdraw non-cooperative movement. Actually, this was happened due to the violence of Chauri Chaura, and after it, he decided to start new movement, but now it will be properly trained before they would be reach for mass struggles. So it's mean tired of the mass struggle, wanted to participate in election to the provincial council. It was thinking by Congress, Government of India Act 1990 through C.R. Das Motilal Nehru formed a Swaraj party within the Congress to argue for a return to council politics, but young leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose was uh, past more radical mass aggressions and for full independence. So this was the system of that time. And stately commissions, Sir John Simons was set up a new system here, and a Simon Commission come to India as to modify and for amendment of Indian Constitution. But in this committee there was no one was Indian person in this legislative committee. So the problem was the commissions did not have single Indian member in this commission. So Indians were now started to protest this commission, and the slogan of the Simon go back, yeah, go back Simon, was started to protest this Simon Commission in 1928. Now Muslim League participates in the demonstrations, and in an effort to win them over the victory, Lord Irwin announced October 1929 a virgul officers of the Dominion States for India in an unspecified functions. Further, a round-table conference to discuss about the future constitution. But in this way, in round-table conference, there was no resultants properly happened. In December 1929, under the presidencies of Jawaharlal Nehru and Lahore Congress formations, the demand of Purna Swaraj, or the full independence of the India, was started to demand. It was declared that 26 January 1932 would be celebrated as the Independence Day, day when the pupils were started to struggle for the complete independence. In the part of civil disobedience movement, Gandhiji start to decide a salt march, because salt is the need of every person, and salt was made by Indian Sea, and there was no any other company who can build the salt. However, it was totally under the leadership, under the right of preparing salt, manufacturing salt by the Britishers. So it caused a great aggression in Indians that salt is our property, but we have to pay much more tax on the salt. So Gandhiji were decided to break the salt law, as we will not give any type of tax on salt, as the rate of salt was very high. So it was the first step, or we can say that first part of the civil disobedience movement, which started by Salt March. So Salt March is a part of civil disobedience movement, a starting part of civil disobedience movement.